Okay, my name is Dominic. I'm working in fact for Jan de Nul, which is a large Belgian company origin, but we are focused on the dredging industry and the offshore industry worldwide. My role is finance manager. I have a background as accountancy and tax law, and started just as a bookkeeper and just continue to grow and grow up till the moment. When I finished working abroad, I was responsible for whole finances for Central America. When I started, it was in Mauritius. The first 2 years I worked part-time Mauritius, part-time Luxembourg, part-time Belgium. So I was working 2 months there, then 2 months there, and traveling from one place to the other. Then after 2 years, I got my own project. The first project I did was in India. Over there, okay, we were there for about 8 months. After India, then I went to Australia. First I was on a small project in Port Hedland and WA on this side, and then moved on to Karata, small project, and then larger projects in Sydney. And in the end, I was responsible for the whole country. We had the main office in Perth. So the total period in Australia was about 6 years. Australia 6 years, India 1 year, Mauritius about 1 year and a half, Luxembourg about 6 months, South Korea about 2 months, Panama for about 2 years. And when I was in Panama, I was responsible for the whole region. So I visited the regular Dominican Republic, Costa Rica, Mexico. The few free time we had, okay, we liked to spend as a family. That's okay, of course, depending on the place where you are. But if you are at places where you can go to the beach, enjoy the time with quality time with the family. Apart from that, okay, if you are then in a more boring places, like those small towns in Australia, we went squashing with colleagues, we went fishing together, just to do something with it.
To pass
you don't
time.
have that much time, but okay, at least you do something with it, because if you sit at home, the wife has to sit at home already all day. Each country has its own approach against it. If for instance you were in India, as an example, we were living in a Muslim state with a big Hindu part as well, and that was just a state where you were no meat and no alcohol allowed in the whole state.
So not a drink
there
after work?
was no alcohol. We couldn't even get meat. But okay, we had our ship on board, and there we had the exemption because okay, we only had foreign crew. We did have everything. We just picked up everything in Singapore before we went to India. So on board of the ship we had everything. So if I needed something, we could always get it on board. But normally the strict law was locally no meat, no alcohol, nothing at all.
Okay.
I spent there about 8 months. But if you then compare it to Australia, for instance, you also a lot of Indian people, a lot of Chinese people, but there everybody lives his own way, and everybody has his own life, and religion, nobody ever even asks what your religion is.
Yeah.
It's a free country and it's completely different, and everybody lives along with each other. In India, we were not even allowed to drive ourselves. We got a car with a driver in it.
You get a car with a driver?
Yeah, because it's too dangerous. I've spent there 8 months and we had 2 accidents on the roads. It's just, people are just dimming the lights nighttime, hoping to save the battery of the car.
Really?
So, and street lights you don't have, so nighttime everybody's just driving and with the flashlights
on good luck,
yeah. And then you're driving around with, okay, and over there you're just in the middle of nowhere, so cows, they're sacred.
There's a
holy cow, so they would just pass the street and so it was quite dangerous compared. But Australia on the other side, there we were allowed to drive ourselves. In fact, it was at school. We were at last year, and there was one day where all the companies who had vacancies could come, and we've got a booklet in advance. And I saw a book, okay, Jan de Nul, but okay, at that time nobody knew about Jan de Nul, and they was mentioning working abroad, and I was thinking, okay, that's the job where I can go to Paris for a couple of days, to London for a couple of days. I just finished school, perfect job for me. I went there and okay, they said, okay, it's not for this type of job, it's really you go abroad and you stay there for a couple of months, come home. Started having some second thoughts, especially when they told me the working hours of 75 hours.
A week.
If you just come from school, it's different. But okay, I still decided to go for a second interview. And okay, I started realizing, okay, it's maybe a good experience to go do something like that. Okay, for me, I'd never been really abroad when I was a student, so it was a good help to at least see something. So I decided, okay, I'll give it a go. And initially, I thought I will do it only 1 year.
But
Good salary, 1 year traveling, but okay, I've done it for 12 years, so
you've been
must have been good.
stuck in it, so
It's okay. Many people start with it. Most of them they do it for about 3 years. Once they pass the 3 years, most of them stay up to 10 years. Once they've passed the 10 years, then it's only very few who continue.
mhm.
Because then you're about 30 years old, you get in a family situation, and that's difficult.
You
Then
get
you really
older.
have to have good luck that you're at a good place and you know you can stay there for a couple of years. But for me, I was at that point in time in Panama. My kid was 7 years old. School in Panama was not that good, and I didn't have any really good future
Yeah.
in a good place. So I decided, okay, now it's time to quit.
Okay.
In fact, something that happened when I was only working 1 year abroad. It was Saturday evening. We were at a bar, just on next to a shopping center, and the shopping center was closed, but upstairs there was a restaurant. And let's say about midnight, after a couple of beers already, suddenly there was a really big explosion, and the whole shopping center just smashed down. And we were just at the bar at the front, and in fact, about 5 meters next to us, two people died there. So that's something I'll never forget. You can have a lot of drinks, be very drunk, but you can be sober in 1 minute at that point.
I can believe when I see something else.
Yeah, I don't think I would have remembered that night in a normal circumstance, but I do remember every single detail that happened that night. And what is surprising is it happened in Mauritius, and up till today they still don't know what happened at that place.
They still don't.
No, they still don't know. People came to investigate from the FBI, from the French police, but each time the people came to investigate and they arrived, they spent about 1 week in a luxury hotel in Mauritius. They left the country and no decent report came out of it.
Okay.
So that's definitely something I won't remember. Or I won't forget.
Okay.
I'm really happy I've done it. I've done it about 12 years.
That's a big part of your life.
Yeah, it's a big part of my life. But I'm happy I've seen it, but now I'm happy to be back in Belgium. I realize how good it is in Belgium. Many people in Belgium don't realize that. And everybody who has the possibility to go abroad, they should do it. And not on a holiday, but really to go live there, to know how it locally works. Because when you go on holiday, you see the nice things, you don't see the bad things. When I've worked abroad, I saw the bad things as well. And I do appreciate so much everything we've got in Belgium.